The Qatari group will not increase its current offer. Despite the threat of a new offer from Sir Jim Ratcliffe, they will not increase their new offer, believed to be around £5 billion. Sources close to the Qatari group say the news of Ratcliffe's restructured offer constitutes another means of pressure intended to make them increase their offer. They do not feel that an offer needs to be increased. They feel that with what's going on with the team on and off the pitch, there is no reason to want to increase it. £5 billion is believed to be what Qatar would offer for Manchester United, and they feel that with £1 billion worth of debt and the current underperformance from the team, that £5 billion is a very good offer for them. The debt still stands at around £1 billion, and Old Trafford needs rebuilding, and the training ground remain in dire need of modernisation. Plus, Ten Hag's side is misfiring on the pitch. Therefore, they're 100% committed to a £5 billion offer, but £6 billion is too high, and they are not going to go anywhere near it. I almost feel like there should be a moment of applause there. I almost feel like there should be a moment of applause. I mean, they've nailed the brief. Whether you want Qatar or not, they definitely have nailed the brief. I mean, absolutely spot on. I mean, we're not worth £5 billion if we're being honest. We've always known that. But the fact that the Glazers want £6 billion for a team that's shit, for an infrastructure that's shit, for a stadium that we all love but is rusting, and also for a club that needs, huge recruitment from top to bottom in just about every department. Absolutely spot on. And it is interesting, isn't it? Because they sit there with that money that the Glazers the Glazers should take, and the club continues to sink. In a harsh statement, it continues to sink. Look, I think we've been at times very passionate and excited about this sale process. I would imagine most of you are very much like me now, where it's a little bit like Gareth Southgate's latest England squad, isn't it? I mean, it's absolutely disgusting, but I'm just used to it. I mean, did you know that, yes, he's picked Harry Maguire. Did you know that Harry Maguire has played 23 Premier League minutes? Most of our squad's up around 600. He is the 24th used player this season. That means 23 players have had more minutes than Harry Maguire this season in the Premier League, and yet he still gets picked for England. Calvin Phillips has played 70 minutes, and Jordan Henderson has retired to Saudi Arabia, still get picked. James Ward-Prowse has got more assists than Manchester United and can't even get in the squad. That's England, but what I'm saying is, it's a little bit like that about this sale. It is massively important, but the constant dragging of it on, I have sort of lost interest. But I do obviously stand by what I was very passionate about, and still am very passionate about. Full sale is the only way, and I just can't be bothered to waste my blood pressure on the Glazers anymore. Like, £5 billion is a ridiculous amount of money for this football club, and it's a good offer. And the fact that they are still holding on, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, it's almost like, I don't want to give people I'm trying to think of an animal people won't care about. Right, a hyena, right? I won't get complaints about this. Imagine there's a hyena in a cage, and the Glazers have got the key, and it's hungry and it needs water, and you're offering it food and water, but the Glazers want more money. And that animal, that hyena, now most people don't like them, it's really hungry and it needs letting out the cage, and the Glazers are going, I don't care about the welfare of that animal, I care about how much money I'm getting. And we're going, but we're giving you more than that hyena's worth. Let it out, it's starving. No, we want more money. That's how cruel the Glazers are being. Now, I'm not saying they're animal cruelty. What I'm saying is they're being cruel to Manchester United. Take the hyena out, put Man United Football Club in the cage. People are offering good money for Man United, and we're starving in that cage, and the Glazers won't let us out because they want more money. I mean, that is literally the analogy. United are being kept under lock and key, starving to death, and the Glazers, who are receiving very good money for us, and remember, they never paid for Man United in the first place. That thing they've got locked up in the cage, they never paid anything for it. Every penny they get is pure profit. They never paid anything for it. It's not like they're going to make a loss or a little bit of a profit. They paid nothing for it, and they're keeping us under lock and key. And when you think of the analogy like that, we are a starving football club in a cage that the Glazers won't open. disgusting. And inevitably, I'm starting to get stressed and angry. Did you know, John Motson, when you have... Do you know tea? I don't know what you're on about. Morning, Mark. Do you think new owners will change the attitude of the players and staff? We're going to talk about that in a moment, Tom, because there are rumours of that dressing room discontent. I'm so excited. I'm heading to Old Trafford, first ever match tomorrow. Says Oki, we love your show. Let's go Reds. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy it. United are like a plant that gets fed sewage instead of clean water, and now we're dying, says Stu. And I'm scared for this club, Mark. There's a sense of despair and sadness about the situation. Just wish we'd have some good news in the shit show season, says Druv. You and animals, Mark, says Ike. I do. I'm very intelligent about nature. In relation to the sale, we're all depressed. Manchester United are in a very, very bad place. But I think Qatar have to send the message that they have and continue to send. This is the offer. It's there on the table. Take it. We'll buy all of the club. It's a hard stance. It's a right stance. Is it going to be successful? I hope it is. But I think they're right not to offer the $6 billion that all of you want, because the Glazers don't deserve that $6 billion and we're not worth it. Simple as. Do sellers in the Glazers' position normally ghost the prospective buyers as a form of negotiation rather than have the balls to properly negotiate, says Glenny Boy? I think they're holding out for $6 billion. Andy Weatherall has gifted a membership. But before I move on to something else, I do just want to say, it also says in that article that they think Sir Jim Ratcliffe's offer may well be a tactic to get Qatar to offer again, and they're refusing to do it. I look at that Sir Jim Ratcliffe offer and this 25% he wants to do, or the 50% he wants to do. I just don't trust Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I'm sorry, and I know it's a statement, but I just do not trust him. His offer keeps changing all the time. It comes across to me, and I've got no evidence of this, it comes across with me that he's in bed with the Glazers. I just think, is he a vehicle for the Glazers? Because his bid changes all the time, and it does feel like every couple of months we get a new Sir Jim Ratcliffe offer. And I almost agree with Qatar that it feels like every new Sir Jim offer is meant to make them increase their offer, and they won't do it. The cold, harsh truth about Ineos and Sir Jim is that they tried to buy Chelsea, they tried to buy Barcelona, and now Man United's the projects that he's always wanted because he supported them since he was a kid. You can flip that coin and say they clearly have a certain amount of money that they want to invest into football. And yeah, the romance of being a Man United fan is absolutely fine, but you did try and buy Chelsea and you did try and buy Barcelona or some stake in them. My concern with Sir Jim Ratcliffe is that there is a very close relationship with the Glazers. I wouldn't be surprised if this 25% thing is actually a vehicle to make money, in the sense that, well, look, let's get a bit of cash flow into the business short term, so we can survive, so you can survive for another 3 years, and then in 3 years you might get your 10 billion, and then we'll all make money. And what I mean by that is, if Sir Jim buys 25% now, it means there's an influx of a billion into the club that they can use for debt resurfacement and whatever. And then in 3 years' time, they sell to somebody for 10 billion. So Jim doubles his money. The Glazers get what they want. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of tactic like that going on.